Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be making a knitted Barbie dress, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be making a knitted Barbie dress. You're going to need a 3.75 millimeter knitting needles. I am using bamboo needles. I can put a link for them in the description. I just love these. They're nice and short, so I'm not clicking on my furniture all the time. We are also using a Burnett Softy Baby yarn. It is a 3-ply lightweight yarn. And let's get started. So we're going to start today by making a slip knot. So here's how I make a slip knot. I cross my yarn with my tail being at the back. Where I crossed it, I hold it. I go around my thumb and I'm pulling that tail through the loop I made around my thumb. And that gives me a slip knot. If you have another way of making a slip knot, by all means use it. But this is how I make mine. So for this sweater, we are going to cast on 28 stitches. So to do a cast on, you go into that slip knot, yarn over, pull through, and you're going to pop it on your needle. So then you go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, pop it on the needle. For the next stitch, you go through, yarn over, pull through, pop it on the needle. Do this until you have 28 and meet me back. Okay, so I've done my 28 stitches for cast on. So now what we're going to do for the next 4 rows, you are going to knit. So to knit, you go into your stitch, yarn over, pull through, pop that stitch off. You're going to the next one, yarn over, pull through, pop that stitch off. This is the basic knit stitch. You're going to do this all across the stitches for 4 rows. This is counting as row 1. Do that and meet me back. Okay, so now this is the base part of our Barbie dress. So what we're going to do now, this is just the bottom to make it so it doesn't curl up. What we're going to do now is the pattern. This is a 4-row pattern. And what we're going to do is we're going to do knit 2. And then we're going to do purl 2. So yarn to the front for a purl, go into the stitch, around the needle, pull through, pop off. Into the stitch, yarn around, pull through the stitch, pop off. Now we're going to do a knit again, so you've got to move that yarn to the back, and we're going to do 2 knit. And then we're going to move to the front, and we're going to do 2 purl. We're going to do this for 2 rows. Okay? And then for the next 2 rows, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to start with 2 purl, and then you're going to do 2 knit. Okay? So I'm going to write it on the screen right up here so that you know where to look for this information. And I want you to do these 4 rows until you've got, including from the beginning, about 6 inches worth of worked material. Okay? So we're starting with 2 knit, 2 purl for 2 rows, and then we're doing 2 purl, 2 knit for 2 rows. And we're going to repeat that until it measures 6 inches. So do that and meet me back. So I've got my 6 inches from the beginning, and look at this, guys. Isn't that nice? I just love the texture, and it is reversible as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do straight knit like we did at the bottom for 2 rows, okay? So straight knit for 2 rows, just a refresher. We are going to go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and repeat for 2 rows. Then meet me back. So we've done 2 rows of knit, and now here's what we're gonna do. Okay, this is probably the most complicated row, this row and the next row. So we are gonna knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're gonna knit 2 more, and I'm counting them out this way for a certain reason. Now we're gonna take that first one and put it over the second after the 4, right? So we did the 4, we moved those, we knitted 2, we put one over the other. We're gonna cast off 6. So that was 1 cast off, 2 cast off, 3 cast off, 4 cast off, 5 cast off, 6 cast off. Okay. Now, this counts as your first knit. So let's see, we're going to do 4. We're going to cast off 6, 2, 4, 6. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 7. So we're going to knit 8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we are going to cast off 6 again. So you knit the first one, you knit the second one, and then you bring that first one over top, which is casting off. There we go. So we cast off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you already have that first one on there, and then we're going to knit to the end. So there we go. So what we've done in essence is we have made our armholes. So now here's what we're going to do. Turn your work, and I want you to knit those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have your space. We're going to turn our work again. We're going to make sure our working yarn is on the back. Okay. And we are going to cast on 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're probably saying to yourself, okay, Monique, why am I casting on 10 when I only casted off 6? And this is just going to give you a little bit of a sleeve. You're going to turn your work again. Make sure that working yarn is at the back. And now we're going to work across those 8 stitches for the neck. 1, just in knit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Sorry guys, I hit my camera. Turn your work. Make sure that working yarn is at the back. And you're going to cast on 10 more stitches. This is to make the other strap for your arms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Turn your work. Don't drop any stitches. Make sure that working yarn is at the back of your needle. And then we are going to knit through the rest of those stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get you to knit across all those stitches, just basic knit, and then meet me back. Okay, so I did that. I did the 1 knit across. Now we are going to cast off completely. So, oops, sorry guys, hit the camera. You are going to knit 2 and put 1 over the other, just like we did before. And you're going to do that all across the row. And this is how we cast off. So guys, if you find that this video has been good to you and you really enjoyed this nice knitted Barbie dress, please take the time to hit that like button. It helps me grow my channel. It helps me get my videos out to more people. And you know, ooh, don't do that. Sorry. And it gets my videos out to more people. You know, it's just, it really helps me out. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. If you're not a subscriber and you want to subscribe, be sure to do that too. I try and do new videos every Thursday. The other thing is, guys, I love to know where everyone is watching from. You know, like I have some people that watch me from Ireland and some people from the States. A lot of my Canadian folks are watching as well. And it just always thrills me to see how far of a reach my little videos have. You know, the whole reason I started this channel at the one time was so I could just remember all the different kinds of dresses and things I've made over the years, because I make up most of my patterns. So there's been years and years where I've never made the same thing twice. So that's where the inspiration for the channel came from, because then I was like, you know, if ever someone says, can you make me a Barbie dress again, just like the one but in a different color, I actually have a record of what the heck I did. So anyway, that's a little bit about me, a little bit more about me. If you're one of my little gems, you already know that, but for those new people watching, thought I'd share. So we're just casting off until the end of this, and then we're gonna sew up the dress to just 1 inch below the top, and then that's where we will stop and you can sew on your snap. Or if you want, you can glue on some Velcro, whichever works for you. Or you could sew on the Velcro. I don't often sew on Velcro. I prefer snaps. Most kids can work snaps, so that's what I go with, those sew-on snaps that you can buy. I'll show you once I'm done this row. But, yeah. And, you know, make a whole bunch of these, all different colors. The kids will love them. If you're a collector of fashion dolls, Barbie dolls, Judy, Skipper, any of those, these fit all of them. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors. We're going to cut this. You don't have to leave a very long tail. You're just going to weave it into your stitches. So we take our tail, put it through. Now, this is reversible, so it doesn't matter how you sew it up. But you're going to take that tail from the beginning and you're going to sew it up until you're 1 inch from the top. Okay, so I just do a whip stitch until you're 1 inch from the top, and then you sew on your snap. You sew on your snap, and that's it, guys. And there you have it. You have a cute little Barbie dress. So I'll show you a picture at the end of this of the dress on a Barbie, and yeah. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have a great day. Bye now.